was giving musty. It was giving musty. They told me I wasn't going to heaven. So here's their story about my host family finding my wig collection and what happened next. Hello, you guys. Today I have a story time for you guys. But before we get into that, let's give a round of applause for Hairspells. They were very much kind enough to send your girl a human hair wig. I don't have one of those.
I'm too poor for one of those.
And it came in this little bag that looks like it's for jewelries. Let's try it. This is like my first time opening it with you guys. And it comes in a net like, you know, those wigs. She's noise. Hold on. None of my synthetic. Is this why the girlies be wearing like human hair wigs? Like, is this the reason why? Look, let's give her a montage. Okay, enough of that. So I am going to figure out how to put this wig on my head while I tell you guys this story time. I guess I should probably start by cutting this. So a little background about my history of studying abroad in Korea. Back in 2018, 2019, I had the privilege of studying abroad as a scholar. In this program, we were told we can only speak Korean, no English. And if we spoke in English, we could, you know, possibly face going home and having to pay $1,000 back in scholarship fund. This program also included living with a Korean host family, and that was one of the parts that I was so excited about because I was so interested in, you know, learning how to speak Korean more fluently, I guess. And I was excited about the opportunity of just being in a new space, even though, you know, your girl was kind of a little scared. But when I moved in with my Korean host family, they were truly amazing. Like, I loved living with them. Like, honestly, they really did their best to make me feel like as if like I was a part of their family, you know? Being a part of the family also means being a part of the family struggle. So boom, I come home from after school, you know, doing my little Korean courses then, and unfortunately, my wig was giving musty. It was giving musty. And unfortunately, I was also giving musty.
Oh, now we gotta go.
And you would think that I'm used to the heat because, you know, I'm from Florida. That's one of the most humid places like in existence. But in Florida, you know, at least we have 24/7 AC. The AC is always going in Florida. If you're a Floridian, you know this. Ooh. Am I supposed to do this? And you know, I really felt like terms and conditions were not conditioning in this household. The conditioning was very much off. There was no conditioner. And this is in the dead of summer in one of the hottest cities in Korea. So the only time I felt like people would turn on the air conditioner was when it was like super hot to the point where you couldn't breathe. And that is not including the night heat. Unfortunately, I decided that my wigs, they need a little bath. I wouldn't be able to sleep with them that night because it's just too dang hot. So, you know, I go and take a shower. I hang up my wigs on a little wig stand, you know, and, you know, I'm just sitting there. I have my own room in their house. So my host family had a pretty large apartment, pretty large Korean sized apartment for Korea. So I was pretty fortunate to have like my own room in that situation. Yeah, I'm just, you know, my wigs are on the stand doing their thing, you know, drying or whatever, because it was hot. And yes, I do wash my synthetic wigs. Okay. They can get musty and crusty too. Oh, I did it. I'm not sure what exactly is. Can somebody comment down below and let me know what this part is supposed to be? Is it supposed to be like your wig cap or what is this? I'm gonna try it on. I'm gonna try it on. You know, I'm relaxing. It was a long day at school. Like on the Korean lessons for the program were about like, the program lasted from 9 to like 3 in the afternoon. Usually it took me like an hour to hour and a half to get back to my homestay's family's house. So like, look, I was exhausted. I was just staring into space. You know, like that one meme where New York is just like sitting there on the bed like that. That was me. You know, I was contemplating life. I was thinking like, do I even want to continue to learn Korean? And out of nowhere, my homestay dad, he busts through the door. He's like, move. And I'm sitting there like, I kind of expected that to happen because, you know, as a minority, you're never really alone. So like, I kind of expected him. Like, I kind of expect that to happen sometimes. He's standing in the doorway and we're just like looking at each other. Like, and then he turns to where my wigs are and he's like he's so shocked. He's like,
oh my God, Shakira, what is this? Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh no, don't worry. Like, it's just my hair. And he's like, you got your hair off? And then my host sister, she comes in like behind him and like, she's only about what, 9 years old. And she looks at me and she looks at my head and she's like, Shakira, are you sick? Not the are you sick? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. My wigs are just, they're just there. And my homestay dad is like, oh, it's the wig? What wig? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I wear them sometimes, you know, so I don't have to do my own hair a lot. Like I really didn't know what to say in that moment. But then my homestay sister, she got really curious. Let's put this on. She's a little tight. Wait, how do people wear this stuff? This is so different than the synthetic girls. It's my fault. I think this is a little too small. So yeah, then my homestay sister, she gets like really curious and she's just asking the questions away. And she's like, oh, you know, Shakira sister, if you're not sick, why do you put the hair on your head? And I'm like, well, you need to leave. It protects my other hair underneath. And she's like, Shakira, so you do have hair underneath. You're not puggy. You're not bald head. I'm like,
the woman was too stunned to speak.
She's like, oh, sister, can I try? Can I try on? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then like my host sister, she starts to try on my wigs and then run around the house with them on. It was like the cutest thing. Like, here are some pictures of her. I'm gonna hide her face for, you know, privacy reasons. And it's so funny because like my homestay mom, when she first saw it, she was like, how did your hair grow that quickly? To my host sister. And my host sister's like, I have Shakira's wig. Okay, I'm just gonna cut this part out because like this thick thing was not giving what sophistication. Maybe I should put some foundation. Put some foundation on her. I think this is, you know, the moment of truth. Okay, so yeah, it starts off with my host sister. She's running around, ripping around with my wigs. My homestay mom is just like taking pictures, right? And then everyone else starts to get curious. My homestay dad, he's like, oh, interesting. Can I try? And I'm like, yeah, be my guest. Like, only had I think I had only brought like 2 or 3 wigs with me to Korea. So like, I let him get like the short bob one, you know, he used to like, oh my bob. I let him put it on. And my homestay dad was giving like, he reminded me, like, now that I think about it, like that one picture with Drake and the BBL. But yeah, it was giving coconut head, Drake. Look, I wish I had took pictures, but like I was dying in the moment. I only have pictures of my homestay sister because she was so cute and I was just like, I have to show my mom. But like then when everyone started to try it on, it was a show. it was a show. And my wigs were the circus. Let's put this on. Oh. Yeah, it definitely got this a little too tight. Hold on. I don't even have any glue on right now. I'm giving very much like that, the black girls who like to rock. This hairline, yo. I should probably like clean this part off. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have my comb. I'm wondering if I should rock it this way. Sometimes I don't think like straight hair fits me, but like it's cute. As you can see, this is like the medium. I should have gotten a large, knowing my big head behind all this hair up under here. But like, I can't pull it down all the way, if you can see. But it's really nice. It's a natural density. My homestay dad was giving very much. He was serving BBL before the BBL was a BBL. They really made the experience so much better. And I feel they learned a lot more like about hair because I took the time to explain to them like, oh, you know, black hair is a little different. Like I can't always manipulate my hair, so it's best for me to wear wigs that I can manipulate. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, if I do such and such to my hair frequently, then my hair will most certainly fall out. She's hot. She's hot. She needs some curls. Sorry, I'm very curl deficient. But yeah, it was a really fun experience. Teaching them about my hair and them like learning with me too. And it also gave me the opportunity to talk more about my hair in Korean and therefore learn how to say some things in Korean about my hair and how to describe it. So that was an amazing experience. And like living with the homestay family, there's not always going to be times where you see eye to eye. Like one time they told me I wasn't going to heaven because I ate too much chicken. But I know they meant it as a joke, but sometimes there's not always going to be moments like that. And for the most part, I really enjoyed living with them. And it's moments like that where it kind of puts everything in perspective about why you're doing certain things. And it kind of makes you want to learn the language more because then you want to explain yourself more, which I think that's one of the main reasons why they put people in homestay families. Headbands can change any look. What did I tell you? I feel like this is a very natural, you know, it's natural hair. But yes, thank you for coming to watch my story time. I hope you guys have an amazing day and an amazing holidays, and I will see you next time. I want to give another thank you to Hairspells for sending me this beautiful little wig, and I will see you guys next time officially.